Hey everybody, my name is Ed. Okay, so we are going to take a quick look at the first two trades of Power Girl by Justin Gray, Jimmy Palmiotti, and Amanda Connor. So we've got a New Beginning, and then we've got Aliens and Apes. Okay, so just let's see here. So they collect issues 1 through 6 for the first one, 7 through 12 for the next one, from 2009 and 2010. The arcs are kind of short and episodic, and we have everything from spaceships to party girls to floating cities to horrible monsters, and a fair amount of cheap laughs. So just to back up a little bit, Power Girl as a character, she was created by Jerry Conway, Rick Estrada, and Wally Wood. She first appeared in 1976 All Star Comics issue number 58. Power Girl is Kara Zor-El slash Karen Starr, and she is the cousin of the Earth 2 Superman. And while similar to Supergirl, Kara's a completely different character. She is slightly older, has a different body type, and a more extroverted personality. Power Girl's backstory and look have been revamped a couple of times over the years before reverting back to something closer to their older style. And while she's affiliated with several different superhero teams, Power Girl is mostly known as a member of the Justice Society of America. So getting into kind of the plots here. Uh, so, like I said, Power Girl is Karen Starr under her Karen Starr secret identity. The story begins, and she's decided to make a new start and move to New York City and set up a tech engineering company that'll help build things that'll help society. So, in between setting up her company and forming friendships with her sidekick Tara and other people, Power Girl fights outlandish monsters, alien invaders, and criminals. The stories are fast moving, pretty tongue in cheek, and while the stakes are high, the tone is still pretty lighthearted. Again, while there's lots of action and fighting, but sometimes the conflicts are actually resolved by just talking things out. So some of the conflicts she gets into, we have the Ultra Humanite who holds Manhattan ransom. There's party girls from outer space causing mischief around the city. There's a character called Vartox, who's a superpowered man from another planet who wants to mate with Power Girl. There's Santana, who's an evil supervillain out for revenge. We visit an underground city, and there's a few minor villains and wacky situations that are mostly played for fun. So just to talk about the characters a little bit, Power Girl, Karen Starr, Kara Zor-El, as a character, she's kind of extroverted, she's well-rounded, certain amount of charisma. Power Girl is a little bit cocky, but she's still fun and likable. There's some interesting supporting characters, and that's one good thing that Gray, Palmiotti, and Connor do here is, like I said, they actually give her support cast, and that's something that's kind of lacking in a lot of new series, especially series starting like B characters. There might be a couple of reasons for this, maybe lack of imagination, but I think it's probably more having to do with like ownership and creators' rights issues and stuff like that. But here, like I said, the creator team does a good job of introducing people for Power Girl to play off of. So first, we have the staff at her company. Her company is called Starware Labs, and there's Dexter, Simon, Xander, Donna, and Anne. They're mostly likable characters. It's not hard to imagine this cast being like. The cast of like an office sitcom about some tech company on TV or something like that. You've got Tara. She's a young superheroine with like rock powers, earth moving powers from the underground society, who Karen has sort of taken under her wing, and we see how Kara and Tara's friendship grows closer as the series progresses. So that's really good. And a couple of members of the Justice Society make appearances. They kind of make little cameos, but I wouldn't really call them support characters, but it was nice to have them pop up here and there. So now, what the stories are about beyond just fighting, I'd say they're very much about positivity and being upbeat. Another interesting point is like Kara wants to make the world a better place, so and not just beat up bad guys. Although once again there is lots of action and lots of punching in the comic, but she does this, that is, make things better by she's got her tech company, but also through trying to at least try to show compassion for some of her foes and some of the people and situations that she gets caught up in. So, just to talk about, I guess, the elephant in the room, one of the things that the character is really known for is having supposedly a large chest, large bosoms, for good or bad. That's kind of become one of her defining traits. Now, supportedly, this all started back in the 70s. Like soon after her debut, artist Wally Wood started to draw Power Girl's breasts larger, and he thought he'd just keep going larger until he was told to stop. And supposedly, it was several issues before anyone noticed. Ultimately, though, DC's then publisher Jeanette Kahn asked for slight changes in the cleavage. However, I'd argue that considering the times and what some of the other superheroines looked at in Marvel and DC Comics, it really wasn't that bad. And I'd even argue it wasn't until more modern comics that her breasts, sometimes got out of control, with a few artists who just decided that, large boobs was Power Girl's only or main trait. Okay, so getting to the art, Amanda Connor is a really interesting artist. Her style is kind of semi-cartoony. She's able to do nice figure work and really expressive faces, and she makes it work within the superhero framework. You could say Archie and Disney are pretty obvious influences. Maybe Kirby, maybe Frank Miller, maybe a few other people might be in there as well. She does solid, direct layouts. Sometimes it's horizontal widescreen shots. Sometimes more traditional three-tier, 6 to 9 panel grids. Occasionally you get something a little bit jazzier, but it's a good mix of page designs. It's quick pace, and the layouts and the storytelling suits the humorous nature of the series. So just take a quick look here. Let's see here, just to show you here what some of it looks like. All right. Okay. Nice coloring in this too. Here we go. Ba ba ba. Able to do action well. Oh, here. Just to. Oh no, it starts in the next trade. Or just to show you this, I don't want to give you too much away of the story. This is fun here. This character here, this is Dr. Midnight, one of the guys from the Justice Society. But this guy here, if you've ever seen the movie Zardoz, he's clearly modeled after the Sean Connery movie. Character in that movie. It's a weird science fiction film. Was it written by John Milius? I think John Milius, John Borman, John Milius. I think. I'd have to go look it up again, but it's nuts. If you've ever seen it, or even if you haven't seen it, just check it out. Here. This is another thing, this big flying head. This was something they used in that movie as well. But just to, give you a good taste. Here, you've got your widescreen shots. And it's interesting how she's able to work the faces and everything like that. Ba 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 ba. All right. Okay. All right. Again, little sexy joke, but not too bad. Neat action stuff here. All right. Okay. So again, I don't want to give away too much. So okay. So just to wrap up. Okay. So. So the first two trades here, Power Girl New Beginning and Aliens and Apes, they're just basically fun, solid comics. This is run by Gray, Palmiotti, and Connor. It's not super groundbreaking, but I feel it probably should be more highly regarded. They develop well-crafted stories featuring powerful, positive female superheroines, and by powerful and strong. I mean, they're well-rounded personalities with interesting motivations. Again, not super serious, but it kind of stands out for that reason. And yeah, the trades combine sexiness, humor, action, as well as some offbeat ideas. And this overall is a pretty fun romp. All right, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Thanks.